It was a seemingly ordinary day in the Hawaiian Islands. The date was April 28, 1988. Aloha Airlines Flight 243, a Boeing 737-297, was prepared for a short hop. Its destination? Honolulu, a familiar route for the crew and aircraft. On board were 89 passengers, many of them locals and holidaymakers. The atmosphere was relaxed, the 35-minute flight time barely enough to settle in. But high above the Pacific Ocean, fate had other plans. This routine flight was about to become anything but. At 24,000 feet, a catastrophic event would unfold, forever etching Aloha Airlines Flight 243 into aviation history. The Boeing 737, a workhorse of the skies, was no stranger to the demands of short-haul flights. Aloha Airlines, known for its inter-island service, relied heavily on this aircraft type. Flight 243 was no different. It had already completed 2 round trips that day, carrying passengers between Hilo and Honolulu without incident. The aircraft, while not new, had undergone routine maintenance and inspections. There were no red flags, no warning signs of the impending disaster. To the pilots, the crew, and the passengers, it was just another day, another flight. Little did they know they were about to face an extraordinary test of skill, courage, and sheer survival. As Flight 243 climbed through the clear blue sky, the passengers settled into their seats. Some gazed out the windows, admiring the breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. Others chatted with their companions or browsed magazines, their thoughts far from the technicalities of flight. In the cockpit, Captain Robert Schornsteimer and First Officer Madeline Mimi Tompkins ran through their pre-flight checks. With thousands of flight hours under their belts, they were a seasoned team, confident in their abilities and the reliability of their aircraft. The hum of the engines provided a reassuring backdrop, a testament to the power and sophistication of modern aviation. But this sense of normalcy, of routine, would be shattered in an instant. At approximately 13:48 HST, a deafening roar ripped through the cabin, like a monstrous wave crashing against the fuselage. Passengers were jolted violently in their seats, their ears popping from the sudden change in pressure. Overhead, luggage compartments burst open, showering the cabin with belongings. Panic gripped the aircraft as the unimaginable occurred. A large section of the fuselage, ripped away by the forces of decompression, tore open the aircraft to the sky above. The initial roar was quickly replaced by a chaotic symphony of wind, rushing air, and the screams of terrified passengers. Those seated in the front section of the aircraft looked up in horror to see a gaping hole where their roof used to be. The once familiar interior of the Boeing 737 was now exposed to the elements, the bright blue sky a stark contrast to the panic unfolding within. Debris, torn from the fuselage, was sucked out of the aircraft with violent force, some of it striking the tail section as it disappeared into the clouds below. The force of the decompression was staggering, almost unimaginable to those who had never experienced it. For a brief moment, time seemed to stand still. Passengers clung desperately to their seats, their eyes wide with fear, struggling to comprehend the surreal scene unfolding around them. The cabin, once a controlled environment of pressurized air and gentle lighting, was now a wind tunnel. Loose objects, transformed into dangerous projectiles, flew through the air, adding to the chaos. The deafening roar of the wind made communication nearly impossible. Passengers could only watch in terror as the world outside rushed in, a terrifying reminder of the fragility of their situation. Among the passengers, there was a palpable sense of disbelief. This couldn't be happening, not on a routine flight, not to them. But the gaping hole in the roof, the fierce wind whipping through the cabin, and the terrified faces around them served as a stark reminder of the reality they now faced. For many, the initial shock soon gave way to a primal instinct: survival. They clung to their loved ones, offered words of comfort, and prayed for a miracle. Amid the chaos, flight attendants trained for emergencies sprang into action. Their composure, remarkable under the circumstances, provided a beacon of hope in a sea of uncertainty. They struggled against the wind to calm passengers, tend to be injured, and assess the situation. One flight attendant, Clarabelle C.B. Lansing, was seen comforting passengers in the front section, her calm demeanor a testament to her years of experience. But tragically, C.B. Lansing would not escape the ordeal unscathed. The force of the decompression proved too powerful, and she was swept out of the aircraft, becoming the sole fatality of this terrifying incident. As the plane approached the island of Maui, the passengers could feel the tension in the air. The captain's voice crackled over the intercom, announcing the emergency landing. Everyone held their breath, hoping for a safe touchdown. The view of the island's coastline was both beautiful and daunting. Finally, with a slight jolt, the plane touched down on the runway. Relief washed over everyone as the aircraft came to a stop. The crew quickly guided the passengers off the plane, ensuring everyone's safety. It was a moment of sheer relief and gratitude. In the aftermath of the incident, investigators worked tirelessly to piece together the events that led to the catastrophe. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, conducted a thorough examination of the aircraft and its maintenance records. They aimed to understand how such a failure could occur and to prevent it from happening again. The investigation revealed crucial insights into the importance of regular maintenance and the dangers of metal fatigue. Survivors of Flight 243 vividly recall the harrowing experience. Many recount the sheer terror of the explosive decompression and the miraculous efforts of the flight crew. Their stories are a testament to human resilience and the indomitable spirit of survival. These memories, though painful, serve as a powerful reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of safety in aviation. C.B. Lansing, the flight attendant who tragically lost her life, is remembered as a hero. Her dedication and bravery under such dire circumstances left an indelible mark on the aviation community. In the wake of the incident, significant changes were made to improve safety standards. These measures, inspired by the lessons learned from Flight 243, have undoubtedly saved countless lives. Flight 243 remains etched in the annals of aviation history. The lessons learned from this tragic event continue to influence safety protocols and procedures. As we remember those who perished and honor the survivors, we are reminded of the relentless pursuit of safety and the ongoing commitment to ensuring such tragedies are never repeated. The legacy of Flight 243 lives on, a solemn reminder to never forget.